Hi guys, today's video is going to be a get ready with me, and I also thought I could do 50 facts about me. I think I have a video up like this already, but it's so old, and maybe you can get to know me a little bit better for those that just subscribed. So let's get ready. I've already prepped my face. And I'm just gonna read off. I have a list of things because I wasn't sure, like on the spot, if I could think of 50 things, so I wrote them down. So I'm just gonna read them off in no particular order. So they should be 50. I will also link any products that I use in the description bar down below. Okay, so the first fact is my first job was when I was 14 years old, working as a assistant slash organizer for this lawyer that lived pretty close to this house actually. And I worked with her for, I want to say 2 years, and then she passed away. Yeah, I would work with her every week, and then eventually I just started seeing her less and less. Like whenever she needed help, she would call me. Sometimes I would see her once a month. Maybe that month I wouldn't see her, so it was just kind of sporadic. And then all of a sudden it was months and I didn't see her, and I thought it was really weird. But I'm the type that I don't want to bother anybody, so I'm not gonna, you know, badger her and be like, do you need me to work and stuff like that. So one day somebody called me, and turned out it was her daughter, and was looking for Wendy, to talk to Wendy, and to let her know that her mother had passed. And I was like really sad, and I was telling her, I was like, oh, no wonder she hasn't called me into work and blah blah blah. And then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I actually meant to call her friend Wendy. And I saw your name in the books, and so I thought you were her friend Wendy. But I mean, technically I was her friend. But anyways, yeah, so I think if it weren't for that mistake, I would have never found out she passed. So I'm really happy that I did know and was able to pay my respects and things. So yeah, that was my first job. And then my first like actual job, I guess, like official payroll job, was JCPenney's. And oh my god, was that crazy. I ended up getting fired from JCPenney because the security guard wanted to date me, and I didn't know that at the time. How crazy. Anyways, another thing about me is I was a psych-linguistics major at UCLA and graduated in, I don't remember what year, I want to say 2016. A big fear of mine is, and I think I mentioned it in my other video, is that I hate seeing little holes like bunched up together. Ugh, it's so disgusting. It's literally the worst thing in life. And I think there's an actual name for it. I don't remember what it's called. A hidden talent that I have. I don't know if it's really a talent, because it's like, I wouldn't go to a talent show and say this, but I can twitch my eyes. Like do that. That's possessed. So that's a hidden talent. Something that people may not know about me is that I grew up very poor. My mom and dad came from Mexico, and they actually met here when they went to like a high school for adults kind of thing, and that's how they met. But they were like really poor. I think when they first got together, they were living in like a garage or something like that, and they saved up money to buy like a little house in East LA, and then that's where we grew up. So I grew up in East LA, and you know, I just remember like a lot of violence happening around that area, like shootouts and crazy things. And for us, like going to Burger King or Jack in the Box or McDonald's was like a treat. So we would go maybe once a week if my parents had saved enough money and we were good. We would go to, that was like our fancy restaurants, going to like Burger King and things like that. So I'm actually like really proud of my parents for how much they've accomplished, you know, in their lifetime. Another thing that many people might not know about me is I love to sing. That's what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wanted to be a singer. And then I loved modeling and acting and stuff, but singing was like my first passion. I was in every choir you can think of growing up, in elementary, middle school, high school, and then I was also in the church choir. So I was like very involved. And then I think I just kind of fell off of it. I had a really bad singing teacher that was for a choir, kind of like would always shut me down, that like I would sing too loud and things like that. And when I was like younger, I was very like impressionable, so I took it like I sang bad, and that's why he was trying to shut me up. When now I realized maybe that wasn't the case. I was in a choir. It's supposed to be, you know, unison, and I didn't get that at that age. So I'm trying to find my voice back. I mean, I'm no fucking Beyonce, Christina Aguilera, but I like singing. I also love to dance and all that kind of things, and I think I was just an entertainer since I was little growing up. I'd have a sunflower that was in the front of our house, in our old house, and I would use that as like my microphone, and we had like a step up before you get into the entrance, and I would use that as my stage. And every holiday I would perform for my family. So yeah, that was like a common thing, and I don't know, now I'm just so shy. I'm a messy eater. Like a lot of people have told me that, like I leave crumbs everywhere. I just feel like because when I eat, like I really eat, like I dig in. I love to eat. I love to eat. Ah! Oh my god. Something else about me is I don't do drugs. I'm not, never have, never will. I'm not much of a drinker either. The last time I had a drink, and it's like by choice, like that's not, I just feel like it's not healthy for you. It's not, you know, the doctors have told me that it compromises your immune system when you're drinking, so that's not good. The last time I had a drink, I'm still trying to think of like the last time I had a drink. If you see my extensions in any of the videos, I'm not a pro, and obviously I don't have hair, so I need the extensions to look somewhat normal. But again, I don't remember the last time I drank. I want to say 2018. No, I'm lying. 2019. It was definitely 2019, but I'm trying to remember. I think it was maybe a michelada, because I like those. But I'm definitely not a heavy drinker, and to get drunk, oh my gosh, that definitely, the last time I got drunk was in 2018. July 2018 to be exact. I'm just not much of a drinker, and I definitely don't smoke. I don't do any of that. That's just, you know, and I don't mind other people who do that, because I have friends and stuff that do that kind of stuff, and it's just not me. I'm too much of a control freak. I think that's what it is. That I feel like if I'm under the influence, then I cannot be in control of my thoughts, actions, words, anything, and I don't like that. I don't like not being in control. My first language was Spanish. I remember my first memory of like kindergarten was trying to communicate with people and them not understanding me. And now I feel like I've kind of swapped. My English is a lot better than my Spanish. I obviously know Spanish, but I feel like my English is a lot better. My vocabulary is a lot broader. A lot more broader? A lot broader. Maybe not. I am 5'6.5", but I, round up 5'7". I have dual citizenship. I am a Mexican and US citizen. I have a really bad habit of biting my nails. I've always had that habit. I think that's just like a nerve mechanism to like calm myself down, because I feel like I tend to bite my nails a lot more if I'm nervous. I was born November 29th. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a true Sagittarius. I'm very like free-spirited and I love to travel, and I don't like feeling suffocated or tied down. My contour is looking crazy. Let's see something else. I love watching scary movies and true crime. Those are like my favorite genres to watch on Netflix. So if you have any recommendations of shows or movies or things like that that have to do with horror or true crime, like I'm all about it. Right now I'm currently watching volume 2 of the Unsolved Mysteries, and I typically don't like anything that's like, I keep saying like, that's annoying, but I typically like shows that give me a resolution. I think that's the one thing about Unsolved Mysteries that I'm like, I don't like that they're unsolved. I want some sort of conclusion. So what I like watching, there's this psychic, his name is Ant. I think it's Aphrodite or something, and he does like a recap of every episode, and what he says seems legit, so it gives me that conclusion that I need. I'm currently a substitute teacher. I mean, at the moment I'm not, because I mean with COVID there's not really a lot of openings when it comes to teachers needing a substitute, but there is some jobs. I won't say there's not, there is some, but that's my normal day job. I have eczema. How do you say eczema? Is it eczema or eczema? I've literally heard people say it either or, but I have that. I haven't had any like crazy breakouts like when I first discovered I had eczema. Like it was like all over my arms and underarms, and it was just really disgusting and itchy. And I remember when I first discovered it, I was in middle school in Mexico, and I had a bunch of bumps all over my arms and my armpits, and I just kept scratching and itching, and I thought they were bug bites. So my dumbass ended up putting alcohol on it, on my eczema. And now if you know about eczema, that's like the worst thing you can do, because alcohol is very drying. What the fuck am I doing? Oh my god, I feel like I'm not sure what I'm doing with my makeup. Like, what am I doing? Today is just, it's an off day. It's an off day. Very off. Why did I put so much right here? Just does not blend well right now. I have 7 piercings, and they're all in my ears. 3 here, 2 here, 2 here. I don't have any tattoos. Will I get tattoos? I don't know. I always like, I mean, I have like a little folder of ideas of tattoos that I would want to get and things. But realistically, I don't think I would get them just because I'm so, like, I don't know, I get over things quickly. So I feel like if I had a tattoo, I'd be over it. Like when I was younger, I really, really, really wanted tattoos. Thank God my parents never let me get tattoos because I would have the most ridiculous tattoos right now. I was obsessed with like these stars, and then I had them like on right here. Like I would draw them on by my, right here, my little bone right here. I had like these stars, and thank God they never let me get that because I would have regretted it. I think that's my worst fear, regretting my tattoos. Oh my gosh, the next one, it says that I have a pug and 2 chihuahuas. And that's so sad to say because one of my chihuahuas, if you watched my Halloween story time, I talk about how like one of them ran away. And it's not that he ran away, I mean, he did run away to the end of the street and someone picked him up. So that makes me really sad to think about, honestly. Next one is that I get migraines often. Yeah, that is freaking true. I get migraines like crazy. And I think they're triggered by many things. I've also noticed, like, if I'm not wearing my glasses and I'm out and about, I get migraines. I get migraines if I don't eat. I get migraines if I don't drink enough water. I get migraines if I'm tired. I literally get migraines for everything. So yeah, I get migraines a lot. Next fact, I have a boyfriend. Oh yeah, I have a boyfriend. I've had a boyfriend for 2 years now. It's going on to 3 years. It's like 2.5 years, I think, we've been together. And I don't really show him on my social media because he's not about that life. And I respect that, you know, if you don't, he doesn't have an Instagram, he doesn't have none of that shit. And, you know, you just gotta respect people and their boundaries. Next thing, oh yeah, I taught myself how to do makeup. I mean, that's a really bad thing to say when I'm like doing my makeup like shit today. But yeah, I taught myself how to do makeup, and it was through YouTube. I think Candy Johnson was the first person I watched on YouTube doing makeup, and yeah, I was obsessed. And then just kind of taught myself. And at the time when I was first like really loving makeup, my best friend at the time was a makeup artist, and she would always do my makeup, and I would just kind of watch her, how she did it, and I would just kind of learn from her. And she actually went to school for it and things, so I kind of learned through her as well. I'm gonna try this. Another fact about me is I'm the type of person, if I set my mind to something, I'm gonna get it done. Sometimes I get lazy and I procrastinate, but I get shit done. I don't like how this is contouring my nose. It's making it look muddy. I hope this doesn't have product in it. My battery overheated and I did my brows. That's pretty much what I did, and base on my eyeshadow. But what I was saying was I live by the philosophy that if you don't want to hear someone else's opinion, don't ask for it. So if I've already made up my mind about something, it could be anything, and I don't want to hear anybody else's opinions, I don't ask for it. So if anybody gives it to me, then I'm the first to at them and tell them that I didn't ask for their opinion. Therefore, I don't want to hear it, you know? Another thing about me is I'm a very open-minded opinion. I'm a very open-minded person. So I'm the last person to judge anybody. I'm the least judgmental person you probably will ever meet. I try to not judge people for their actions and what they decide to do. Everybody does things for a reason. Nobody knows anybody's full life story and what's caused them to do the things that they do. So who am I to judge, you know? Another good bad thing about me is, I mean, I guess it's a bad thing, is I don't know how to ask for help. I don't know. It's so difficult for me. I could be struggling, like hardcore struggling, and I won't ask for help. A lot of the times I just figure it out myself, even if it takes me 10 times longer to do something. I just figure out how to do it myself, which I'm trying to get a little bit better at asking for help, because I know that's not a good quality to have. A fun fact about me is I am a middle child, which would explain a lot. But yeah, I'm a middle child. I have older sister and a younger brother. But I feel like the dynamic between us three is I'm the oldest sister. Definitely. A crazy fact about me is I'm such a risk taker by default, and sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing. A good thing is I ended up getting my first car, like buying my first car at 22. I ended up going to the Mercedes-Benz dealership and I just ended up buying a brand new car with no job. No job at the time. I ended up getting a job like quickly after, but yeah, I had no job at the time when I did sign and drive that car out that lot. I love puzzles. They're very relaxing. I know some people get really frustrated with puzzles, but I love them. I could literally spend hours and hours and hours on end with a puzzle. I think the last puzzle I did was like a 1,000-piece puzzle, and I did it by myself. I also love, for relaxing, I love listening to ASMR. Obviously, some of you guys have seen my ASMR videos on this channel, and I thought I would dive into ASMR because I love ASMR so much. But yeah, ASMR is my go-to if I have a hard time sleeping or concentrating or just need to relax and I need a nap. ASMR will knock me out like nobody's business. And some of my favorites are like Gentle Whispering and Whispers Red. My first ASMR artist, believe it or not, when I discovered ASMR was Trisha Paytas. She did like an ASMR video. I didn't even know what it was. And all of a sudden I just started feeling like this relaxation take over my body when I watched it. I was like, why do I feel like this? I've never felt like this before. Y'all know I can't freaking do eyeliner and talk at the same time. They're not even. I hate that. I don't have even eyes. Like one has a little bit more lid space than the other. I think they look not even. Whatever. Whatever. Something else that could be annoying to some people, but not annoying to me, is I sing everything in life. Like I make a song out of everything. Literally everything. I could just be walking down the street and I'm like, walking down the street, and like just make it a song. I love tying back to the fact that I love singing. I love making songs out of absolutely everything and anything. Sometimes they're catchy, sometimes they're annoying. I'll admit that. No! Great. Now it looks like I have bags under my eyes. Whatever. My favorite type of genre of music is, I like listening to everything. If you hear my playlist, I have absolutely everything in there. Spanish music and hip hop are like my absolute favorite. Oh, and R&B. but you can hear country music in my playlist. You can hear absolutely everything in my playlist. Sometimes I even have classical in there. It just, I guess it's like your mood. It depends on my mood. That's what I like listening to. A pet peeve of mine, something that I absolutely hate, and it's like an absolute trigger for me, is people who lie. Like, obviously I know everybody lies. I sometimes give like white lies about stupid shit, but it's like, I mean, I hate when people lie. Lie to spare your feelings is the worst one, because it's like, ain't nobody asking you to spare my feelings. Like, I'm a straight shooter. You tell me what it is, how it is, and you know, I do that for people, so I expect that in return. So I hate when people lie. Hate it. Something absolutely crazy was, I've been hexed before. Maybe I'll do a story time on that. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe that person's watching. Maybe not. I don't know. My favorite place to go to and relax and just my favorite place in general is the beach. When I was in Cabo, I would go every time I was out there, every couple weeks, and I miss that, because I don't really go to the beaches out here as much, because they're far. And where I lived in Cabo, I was literally like 10-15 minutes from the beach, so I liked going. That's another thing about me, is that I hate driving. If something is far, I hate it. Hate driving. And I feel like here in LA, you have to drive everywhere, and there's traffic, and there's, ugh. As a kid, I had like weird obsessions. Like, I was always obsessed with something or someone. My first obsession that I could remember was the Powerpuff Girls. And when I mean obsession, I mean obsession. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, I loved the Powerpuff Girls. No, bitch. I literally would watch them every time they were on TV, Cartoon Network. Every time the Powerpuff Girls were on, I would watch it, re-watch old episodes. My bedroom was filled with Powerpuff Girls. I had Powerpuff Girls curtains, Powerpuff Girl bedding, Powerpuff Girls dolls, Powerpuff Girl, like any Powerpuff Girl thing you can think of, I had. I was all about the Powerpuff Girls. And then obviously in middle school, when, you know, Powerpuff Girls were no longer cool, and I think I just got over them, my obsession turned to Hilary Duff. I was crazy obsessed with Hilary Duff. I think I started becoming obsessed with her in 7th grade. And I remember I've gotten in so many fights with people for Hilary Duff. In my middle school, I remember this girl would like talk shit about Hilary Duff, and I would be like, don't talk shit about her, da 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 da. Like, I would go off on people. I even think I got in a fight on my 14th birthday with my cousin because I got a Hilary Duff piñata. And obviously people are gonna hit the piñata, but I got so mad that my cousin hit her in the face. Hit the piñata in the face, and I literally stopped talking to her for months. Yeah. I was a crazy ass kid. Okay, so I'm almost done getting ready, so I need to hurry these last few up. But like I was saying, a crazy story about me is that I hate bugs, and the first time I realized that I hated bugs was as a kid, again with the obsessions. When I was really little, I was obsessed with bugs. I had like these bug figurines on the top of my bed, and mind you, I don't think I've actually interacted with bugs at this point. And so then a bug appeared in my room. It was like a spider. Oh my god, I was freaking out, yelling my mom to come and kill it. And my mom was like, I thought you loved bugs. And I was like, hell no. And the obsession ended right when it started. Something else about me is I'm hella dramatic. I think that's the actrice in me. I'm just very dramatic about everything. Another fact about me is I had braces. That's why my teeth are straight. And I have a permanent retainer inside as well. But I had braces for 4 years. Starting in middle school all the way till freshman year of high school. My favorite flower, I mean, I love roses, but my favorite flower is a calla lily and a blue orchid. I feel like this is a little too pink for my liking, but whatever. Last 2 facts about me are that I reside in 2 countries, but I feel like now you guys know that from my other video. And last but certainly not least, I think this is good enough. Going for like a little natural, okay, it's not like super natural, but I'm going for like a natural look today. I love this glass. I'm almost done with it. That's not a fact. So the last fact I'm going to share with you guys today is that I almost got casted to be on Big Brother season 20. Yeah. So anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you learned a thing or two about me in this video today. And yeah, I will list all the products that I use down below. And I will see you guys all in my next video. Thank you for watching.